Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about Gunlancer specific builds for Chaos Dungeons. You don't really need a specific build for a Chaos Dungeon, but it makes it become a lot more fun and faster to clear. And it's just fun to be a literal god in a Chaos Dungeon from time to time and not have to think too much about what you're doing. So for this build, we have 3 abilities that are going to do most of our work. Those abilities are Surge Cannon, Guardian's Thunderbolt and Shout of Hatred. For Surge Cannon, we play with the tripods Scatter Shot, Confirmed Attack and Rotating Barrage, together with a Galewind rune to make it go quicker. Guardian's Thunderbolt, we play with Undying Heat, Wide Hit and Lightning Stalk, and here I play with a Quick Recharge rune, but you could also play this one with Galewind. Shout of Hatred, we play with Wide Hit, Law of the Jungle and Open Weakness, and this one also has a Galewind rune on it. So these 3 abilities are going to do most of your work. So these are the mandatory abilities, but everything else is a bit optional and up to your preference. What I personally prefer is to play Hook Chain together with Enhanced Strike, Ready Attack and Wide Hit, and on this one I have a Bleed rune. Hook Chain doesn't always one-shot all the mobs, so the Bleed rune takes care of anything that leaves a little, stays alive with a little bit of HP on it. The other abilities I play is Shield Shock with Armor Destruction and Wide Hit, Shield Charge with Enhanced Strike, Quick Pace and an Ending Attack. This one is mostly used for traveling. Leap Attack is another travel ability where I play Direct Hit, Electric Field and Leap. This one I would recommend that you don't use too much because it's going to ruin Preemptive Strike because it leaves an electric field. You could also just talent out or tripod out of electric field if you feel that is a problem to you. The last ability I play with is Charge Stinger with weak point detection and tenacity, but to be totally honest, I rarely use this one. I talked a bit about the engraving Preemptive Strike, and what Preemptive Strike does is that it increases your damage and you're guaranteed to hit your first hit against any mob that is not a boss mob in a Chaos Dungeon, you could say. So they are considered challenge or lower enemies with full HP. And this one really makes the difference in Chaos Dungeons, and it's something that I would recommend that you pick up from the store or from the market, so you can use it on this character but also on your other alts. If you pick it up onto an epic level, you can just equip it in both slots and be sure that you have it on level 3. Personally, I have the luxury of having it on 12, so I can run both that one and Contender, but Contender is not necessary to make this build work. So let's get into a Chaos Dungeon and just see how it plays. Rotating Barrage is the skill I will be trying to use the most. On the later levels of the Chaos Dungeons, it comes back incredibly quick and just clears the entire circle around you, which is really fun to use. And as you can see, I very rarely have to move from the middle, but if I do run to the side, Hook Chain is a great attack, as I said. It also helps clear the mobs, but the other 3 is usually what you need. The first floor is actually the hardest in a way because it has the least amount of cooldown resets, so I actually have to wait for some of my abilities to come back a little bit here. And as you can see, I'm critting everything that I'm doing because the Preemptive Strike, and it's a massive damage increase. For floor 2 and 3, I basically don't really care about the boss type of enemies because they are just something that will accidentally die while I kill all the normal red enemies, right? And it's the red enemies that we are looking to kill because it's they who push the spawn rate ahead so we can get through the dungeon as quickly as possible. Oh, I guess we got stunned there. So for the red boss here, it's embarrassing getting stunned this much. I use my shield, shield shock. Hopefully one-shotting it. We didn't do this time, but that's okay. It dies really quickly anyway. Preemptive Strike is a great engraving when it comes to Chaos Dungeons, and I would highly recommend investing the 5, 6, 700 gold it's required. If it's your only gold, don't do it, but if you have something to spare or you get an expensive item, I would highly recommend that you invest in it. You can use it on all your alts. To the day that you stop playing Lost Ark is going to be the best Chaos Dungeon skill for nearly all of your classes. And you can see here on level 3, I don't really know why, but Search Cannon just comes back instantly anytime I use it. I guess it's tied to some drop from the mobs or something, but it's hilarious as standing here, spinning around, killing everything that spawns. Also makes it incredibly quick. We can use Shout of Hatred to regain some shield, so we don't take any damage. And there we have it, a very, very quick Chaos Dungeon. So I hope you like this little build guide for Gunlancer. If you want me to do any other Gunlancer content, please let me know. And otherwise, have a great day, you all.